Hi, my name is Marque Sondergaard. I'm a texture artist in visual effects, primarily in film, but also TV and commercials. I worked on films such as G.I. Joe Retaliation, Ender's Game, DigitalArts Cintiq, Face of an Angel, Little Chaos, and right now I'm painting textures for the TV show Olympus.
And what do you love most about the job that you do?
We get to make pretty pictures and we get paid for it. Don't tell them. It's amazing, you know? Seriously, you feel very privileged in that way when you see what other people do for a living. So that's what I love. I love creating things that don't exist, or have never existed, or could not exist, or only exist in the imagination of a director or a screenwriter or whatever it may be. It is when you go take those steps from the gray bare mesh that is modeled and sculpted, and then in my function, I texture it, I paint, I cover it with color, I cover it with material properties such as reflectiveness, transparency, bumpiness, all these kinds of things, and then little by little, all the steps of the visual effects pipeline. You see it come to life to the point where you even have to paint yourself, and you're like, you know that it is not real, but now you're fooled yourself, you know. It's magical. It's absolutely magical. Getting a chance to spend some quality time with the Cintiq was amazing, because the funny thing is that when you learn to draw as a kid, you're sitting there with a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, and your hand is on the canvas and you're looking at what you're doing. But you have to unlearn that when you start working with a tablet. And there is quite a bit of frustration and trial and error as you're looking now straight forward at your screen while your hand is down here working on the tablet, and there's no point in looking down on your hand. And then the Cintiq takes you all back to the pen and paper, you know. It takes you back to how it was meant to be, the old school of being an artist, really, which is amazing. That's an amazing full circle to make. And that's been fascinating, going back to just naturally looking at what you're doing as you're doing it. I think that's the magic of the Cintiq. It reminds me a lot about the painting at my easel on a canvas, because it's sort of like a full body motion to work on it, as opposed to just simple wrist movements. And now you have that again, where you're using your whole shoulder joint and parts of your upper body for all of your brush strokes and all of the things you do. So it's great. Thinking critically about how you utilize every single of the keys on the Express Remote, and squeezing that last 40% out of the Express Remote to mirror the keyboard shortcuts that you normally use for your most used functionalities in your software. That's going to really speed up my texture painting workflow.